Rain, Rain by Anne Martin. The next part. Chapter 23. Why My Father Gets Mad at Me. The next day, which is Monday, is sunny with a blue sky, and at 8 a.m. the moderate prime number temperature of 59 degrees. When I stand on our porch with my back to the yard, I would not think that there had been a superstorm just 60 hours before. But when I turn around, I see the fallen trees and our soggy lawn and the stream that runs straight down Hud, with no bridge over it at the bottom of our drive. I remember that my father and I are still stranded. Also, Rain is still missing. Also, the power is still out, and so is our phone. The refrigerator has warmed up, and the last night my father threw out everything that was in it and everything that was in the freezer. We have no ice left and only a few more bucketfuls of water for flushing the toilet. What do we do when we can't flush the toilet anymore, I ask. My father is sitting at the kitchen table eating breakfast of tuna, which he's scooping right out of the can, an apple, and a bottle of ginger ale. He doesn't mind warm soda. We go in the woods, he replies. I study his face. I look for humor clues, such as a smile. I don't think he's being funny, so I say, "How do we go in the woods?" "What kind of question is that? You just stand behind a tree and pee." I don't want to pee in the woods. It doesn't seem sanitary. What are our other options? What do you mean? What else could we do besides pee behind a tree? I don't know, pee in a bucket? That sounds a little better. Could I put the bucket in the bathroom? My father shrugs. Knock yourself out. What? Now my father sighs, which is probably an indication of annoyance. It means do whatever you want, okay? If it makes you happy to pee in a bucket in a bathroom, then pee in a bucket in the bathroom. But you'll have to clean the bucket out. I'm not going to do it for you. I pour cereal into a bowl, sit down across from my father, and eat the cereal dry. What are we going to do today? I want to know. Keep sawing up the trees. I wish we could visit Uncle Weldon. My father gestures out the window. Has a bridge magically appeared at the bottom of the driveway? I turn and look. No. Then we can't visit Weldon. Period. End of discussion. After breakfast, my father refills the gas tank and the chainsaw. He gets back to work buzzing through the trunks of the fallen trees. I am not allowed within 10 feet of the chainsaw, which is good because it makes a very loud noise. My job is to stack the smaller logs on the woodpile. When I can't stand the noise, I take a break, put my hands over my ears, and wander around our yard. I stand by the road and look at the water, which isn't gushing so fast anymore. I wonder how far Rain could have been carried by the water on Saturday. I wonder how far she might have walked in the wrong direction after she got out of the water. I wait until I hear the chainsaw stop for a moment, and then I call out to my father. "Why didn't you wake me up when you let Rain outside during the storm?" For Pete's sake, Rose, haven't we been over that already? But why didn't you? I will answer that question one more time, and then I don't want to hear about it again. I didn't wake you up because Rain has been outside plenty of times by herself, and she always comes back. I didn't think it was necessary. Besides, the storm was almost over. Why didn't you put her collar on before she went out? Rose, enough! But this is a new question. This is the first time I've asked you about her collar. My father pulls a cord on the chainsaw. Nothing happens. She isn't wearing her collar, so she doesn't have any identification, I tell him. I understand that. So why did you leave her collar on the door? My father turns away from me, shaking his head. He stomps his foot on the ground and then pulls the cord violently. The chainsaw lets out a roar that might be as loud as a jet plane, and I cover my ears. With my hands still over my ears, I walk in a circle around my father, keeping 10 feet between us until I'm facing him. "Why didn't you put her collar on?" I yell. My father's face is hard. He turns off the chainsaw and drops it on the ground. He walks toward me very slowly, and something inside me says to run. So I do. Run into the house and slam the door behind me. When I look out the window, my father is walking back to the chainsaw. I wait until I hear its roar and then go to my room and lie on my bed. Sometimes when I'm upset, Ray finds me and lies down beside me. She rests her head on my shoulder and looks into my eyes, and I can feel her breath on my cheek. But Rain is not here now because my father didn't put her collar on when he let her outside during a superstorm.